Konnichiwa! Hello, hello! Me here, hello, Huldra Blossom. Hello, hi. Macy. She vocalizes. Imagine if I did Holly. I was like, Konnichiwa! Hello, hello, it's me here. Hello, Huldra! Holly! That would have been weird. I would have made it worse, I think. Anyway, hello everyone. We see, Nib, thank you for being first. You are first, and only if anyone says otherwise. I'll smack him. Hello, Reptarion. Explosion. Hello, Mr. Fat Cat. Oh my gosh, look at the duck. Honk. Honk. So cute. Hello, Vtuber. Hello, Mr. Fat Cat. Hello. Finger. Hello, Nimby. Hello. 5 stream streak, thank you. Hello. Look at all the ducks, those are so cute. Let me see, someone tag Casey. Casey bought me this game, so he wanted to watch me play it. Where's Casey? Is he online? Hey, I streaming your game. Well, I let him know, so. Anyway, hello guys, hi. Today we're gonna play the Beginner's Guide, which apparently is a game that's pretty good. Where are we? Oh, whoa, Awuna. Oh, whoa, whoa. How, whoa. Wow.
Resident Evil.
That's so loud. I need to turn that down. That hurt. It was a lot. Howie. How? My ears. Oh. Hello, Wiles. Oh my gosh. That. Jeez. Alright, let me see. What happened today? Wanted to tell you something that happened today. What happened? How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. I woke up way too late. I woke up way too late. It was like at nearly 1 p.m. Be visible in a bit. Hello, Casey. Welcome. Yeah, I wake up way too late, but then I had a nice video call with my oldest friend, Cozy Cat. Yeah. She's gonna start streaming soon, which is cool. She just got her new computer, so hopefully she'll be able to start soon. Well, it all depends. It's complicated. She's not sure if she wants to just stream or make videos. I don't know. Hi, Pika Bay and why? KC? Kansas City? No, KCJA. KCJA. Yeah. Yeah, I got to talk to her and we kind of realized that we've been friends for like 18 years, which is crazy. It's been a long time. I mean, we did like take a break somewhere in the middle, like we hadn't talked to each other for a couple of years, and then we kind of like got to know each other. Yeah, she's really cool. But let me see here. I got a call with her and I was supposed to start streaming, and then I got distracted getting food, and then I started late, so that's why it's so late today. I fell asleep at 1 in the night last night and woke up at noon. Yeah, that was me. I fell asleep at like 2 and then woke up at like noon. I was in in bed by 9. I was in bed by 9. I took all my medication to help me sleep, and then I listened to creepypastas and played the Cruel King and the Great Hero. I slept up really badly the night before. Well, hope you got some good rest now, Fiffinger. Yeah. I was really sleepy too. I haven't been sleeping well. Try my best though. It's as well as you can. So I went to bed so early and then I didn't sleep. I was awake for hours. I found some melatonin tablets that were 3 years expired and they put me to sleep better than the first when I first got them. I burped so hard I felt like all the demons passed through me. That's so freaking funny, Fat Cat. Let me see. How is it? Yeah, because I finished Dragon Quest XI and it only took me a year and a half. Okay, I'm here. Hello, welcome, Casey. And then I was flirting. Stop flirting! Stop flirting! Yeah, I finished Dragon Quest, and so I normally... No more bids? Boo. That's why... but what was it? I normally play an RPG game just by myself because I decided that I was streaming too much games, and so I've been trying to play games just for myself. And so I have been playing things like Peak and stuff with friends just privately, but I do like streaming those too because it gets really funny and I like to share that with you. But sometimes I like to play games just for me, you know? Just for me. And so I played Dragon Quest XI, and that was a good one to do that with. Now I'm playing the Cruel King and the Great Hero. And it's really cute. It's an RPG. This game is for me? Yeah, I'm playing this game for you. Yeah, we'll be playing it soon. But I was playing that game. And it's really cute. It's like a storybook style game. And I had planned to play it on stream, but I decided against it, and so I've been playing that game. It's very short. 10 months, 16. I only bought it 9 months ago. Oof, oof. Yeah, it took a while. What is that? The Last Remnant? Try this. The Last Remnant. What's the Last Remnant? Let me see. The Last Remnant. It's an RPG? Teenage warrior on a quest to end the war. Oh, it's made by Square Enix. Just glad you're playing this one and not the other one I wanted you to play on stream. What's the other one? It's about a brother saving his sister. Let's go. That Dragon Cancer. Oh, that one, yeah. Featuring a number of distinct humanoid races. There's fish people, let's go! There's felines with 4 arms! I want to be a feline with 4 arms! Dang! That looks good, I might have to look at that. I might have to look at that. I'll keep that tab open so I can look at it later. But yeah, I've been playing that game. Oh, it's Tuesday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Hello. If you can't find it, let me know. I have a copy. Oh! It's pretty rare now? Dang. Wonder if it's on Switch or something like that. I don't know. But I normally, I've been starting to play games because I like to play games in bed, so that's why I played it on my Switch. Since I played Dragon Quest and it took forever. It took me 80 hours. And I was so tired of it. And there was like a whole nother section of the game that was optional. And I didn't play it. I was just like, I'm done. I'm done! I'm done! I don't want to watch. I don't want to play more. I want a different game. Might go back to it eventually, but I was just so done with Dragon Quest, guys. I know it's like a really, really popular game, but oh my gosh, I feel it doesn't really deserve the hype. Mostly, like, the gameplay wise, not bad. The characters, pretty mid. The story, very, very mid. The music, terrible. 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 Okay, the music itself wasn't that bad, but the problem was that there was like only 4 songs in the entire game. There were only 4 songs in the entire game. And so those songs would just play on repeat over and over. Just the entire game. 80 hours of just listening to the same 4 songs. It was so painful. It was so painful. I didn't like Dragon Quest because of that. I didn't like it that much because of that. Oh. How does that even work? It's so bad. It's so... Thank you for the clip, Hoona. It was just so bad. It was just so bad. Oh... Oh. What did you do? Did you add, like, sunglasses? What are we yelling about? Hello, Tricky. I played Dragon Quest 11, and the game was okay, but they only had, like, 4 songs throughout the whole entire game, and it was really bad. It was really bad because of that. Ugh. Like, at least tell me there's a separate... There's a separate normal fight, boss, and final boss track. There is not! There is not! There is not! The boss fight music is the same as the normal music, and the end boss music is exactly the same as the normal boss music. You have the same fighting music throughout the entire freaking game. Every fight the same! Expedition 33 is a nice game if you like good music. I might have to try that. I heard it's really, really good. Thank you for the group Tyrion. Hello, grr! Hello, grr! I forget. You're Grain? Green? Grain? I forget. I can never read it right, my dyslexia, so I'm just gonna call you Grr! You're Grr now! Griffin! Okay. Let's see if I can remember that. If you show up more often, I'll remember it, but for now, you're Grr! Uh-oh. Hi, Blossom. I released a new song, and I'm trying to get the algorithm pick it up. Can you listen to it for like 80 hours for me? No! Not again! Happy Tony. I was suffering so bad. I literally... Okay, so how most of the game worked is that I would mute the game. I promise it's really good. I use like 4 chords. Oh, hello, Miserable Race. Hello, hi. That's my DM, guys. We like to torment him by saying, Arnor. But it just, man, just Dragon Quest was so disappointing because of the music. I would like, gets angry at Aussie. Exactly. See, I would like play the game, unmute it during each fight, like each fight, and it'd be the same song, and I'd mute it again. Because I listened for like the first 20 hours I played with music on, like the sound on. I would unmute it for cutscenes, of course, because they were all voiced. That was really cool. All the cutscenes were voiced. And it was just it was so annoying. It was so annoying to listen to it like that. But it was really good. It was. Besides that, if you mute the game, then it's not so bad. I'd listen to creepypastas and listen to creepypastas and true crime and video essays while I played the game and just grinded for hours. So that wasn't too bad. But man, am I looking forward to a game that has an actual soundtrack. But oh yeah, that reminds me. I have been playing the Cruel King and the Great Hero, and it has a more limited soundtrack, but at least every new area has a different soundtrack. Every new biome has a different soundtrack. But I still have had it pretty muted because I have been listening to creepypastas. But but it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. The game is really, it has an aesthetic to it. It's like a storybook, and it's about a character whose name is Yu, and she's a little girl who wants to be a great hero. And her dad, her adopted father, is a giant dragon who is the cruel king, but he's actually super nice. And her birth father was the great hero beforehand, and she wants to mimic him. But it seems like that the king had in mind that he's going to train her to become a big hero, and then to solidify her as a hero in the human's mind, he's going to ask her to kill him. And she doesn't know that. And it's like, no! Not you, it's you. But it's and it's like, no, don't do that to her. Don't do that to her. She loves you. But you're basically just going around and doing little things. It's weird. It's a side scroller. It's a side scroller RPG, like JRPG. So it has like all the fights are turn-based, but the world is all side scrolling and the map is very simple. It feels like it's baby's first RPG, and it has like the tutorial. The whole tutorial for the game is like very heavy. Like it explains everything like that normally you just pick up on. Like when I played RPGs, they were just like whatever, but this one they're like, this is your health bar. If your health reaches 0, and then you die, and that's not good. And if your whole party dies, then you get a game over. And this is your mana bar. You can use your mana bar to cast spells, and it refills over time. And that is very simplistic, and it really feels like baby's first RPG. I feel like if I had a kid that I wanted to get into RPGs, this is the game I would give them. I'd be like, here you go, child. He was.
Opossums are way more powerful.
Opossums are way more powerful than humans. People die when they're killed. Whoa! I might have to buy a new PS5 controller. I had to slam it in the desk to get the down button to work again. Just rage. But yeah, it's very basic.
Hi, honey.
Like, here's the... Hi, honey. It was like, here's the save button. This can save your progress. It's very important. It feels like it's a very basic, very basic. Now the difficulty actually... It has some difficulty to it. Not super... It's not hard, But I feel like as a kid, I would get like, oh my gosh, this is rough. You know, because you actually have to think. And there's like a system where you can, like, each monster has a weakness and you can spend a turn analyzing the types of monsters to learn their weakness. And then it's like a puzzle to try to figure out what it is exactly. Like one of them, it's like a flower and they're like, oh. And it will say something like, I hope I don't get blown away. And then if you use a certain skill that has a wind ability, then on it, then it takes like extra damage. And it gains confusion, so it can't attack for like 3 turns. It's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, it's kind of like that. And you kind of have to use that. And you have to use healing items a lot because you cannot skip battles. You can like run from battles, but you don't have much chance to actually escape from them, so kind of forces you to just grind levels all the time. A lot of the gameplay is just walking back and forth to places because you move very, very slow. But once you have grown to a high enough level, you can actually run through the level sections, and that's like a visual way to say, hey, you're so strong that you can run now. And you're like, whoa, it makes you want to get stronger so you don't have to move so slowly anymore. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. But I'm glad I didn't stream it because it's kind of boring. It's not super boring. Like, as in boring bad. It's boring in the perfect way to play it when you're going to go to sleep, when you don't want to use a lot of your brain. So, probably hard to avoid encounters in 2D. It's like walking through tall grass in Pokemon. So it just, when you're walking, you just randomly you'll just randomly get pulled into a battle. It just randomly does that. So it doesn't have overworld sprites. It's just, you know, you walk into it. Ghostly, welcome. Hi. Bros. Weasel. Mr. Weasel, hello. But yeah, it's okay. Battlefield 6 has me in the trench. I think I saw my Oshi playing that. I think he said he liked it, so I don't know anything about it. Let me see. But yeah, who's your Oshi? Milton T Pike 1. But my VTuber Oshi is Ina. Nina my Inanis. But my normal Oshi is Milton T Pike 1. He's a streamer. He was streaming earlier today playing that game. I didn't watch it though, I didn't have a chance to. Glorious Kinship. Oh. Let me see, but... Oh yeah. I like playing kind of mindless games. I guess they're not boring, they're mindless games. I like playing mindless games when I'm gonna go to bed. Because I don't get too invested, so I can just put them off anywhere. If you're a Huldra, are you like a Hydra? If we cut your armor off, will you grow 2 back? No! We're different! We're different! That's totally different. I'm not gonna grow Liam. I'm not a Hydra. What if you play FNAF? If I played FNAF before bed, I think I just wouldn't sleep. I don't think I'd sleep. It jump scared me and I'd be like... I'm trying to find the scariest horror games. What was that called? Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep. Full volume. So Still Wakes the Deep just freaked me out in a way. I don't know how. But I am not scared by horror games. I was startled by horror games. But I don't get scared by horror games. I played Still Wakes the Deep, and I actually streamed it, and it was so good that I streamed it all in one sitting. But it was so spooky. Like, I I was so like I feel like people could hear me. I was like holding my breath and just going like you know? Yeah, it was really funny. I'm serious, bro. Welcome to the game traumatized me. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'm really excited for Rides with Strangers. I don't know what that is either. Blossom has a Sonic OC she's ashamed of. No. I never had a Sonic OC. I did have My Little Pony OCs though, but I'm not ashamed of them. Hello, troll fan. Yo, welcome. We should probably get the game started, honestly. I've been yapping for 30 minutes now. Twitch is gonna be like, bruh, you're in the wrong category. Stop yapping. Anyway. Rides with Strangers is a hitchhiking horror game where you hitchhike with weirdos in the middle of the night. That sounds so cool! I forgot that I actually have to move here. Let's play the beginner's guide. Rabbit Beefalo. I have Rabbit Beefalo on my friends list, and he keeps playing Uma Musume. Gonna hop off now. Gonna go to church today for Holy Day of Obligation. Oh, dang it, I forgot about that. But today was a holy day. I keep forgetting. Dang it. But I'll see you later, Reptarian. I'll see you. What is it? Game. When strangers talk to you, sometimes look at you, and the demo, the only stranger available, has a religious cult guy as a stranger. That feels like something I might watch Manly Badass Hero play, honestly. Your little brother never tells you, but he loves you so. Awesome, did you ever try Squirrel with a gun? I did, and I played it on stream. And it was very funny. What? Why isn't this showing up? Widescreen. I'm gonna say you are an awesome person. You can do it. I believe in you. Thank you, Wuna. Have a good time. Have a good one. She must 100% the game in 2 playthroughs. Yeah, I played 100% of the game almost. After select. Wait, I think I've actually seen this game before, but it's been years. Yeah, you were probably asleep, Medieval Wraith. You probably asleep. Is it? I don't know. Wait, what time is it for me? What time is it for you right now? Wait, I know that you work later. Do you work night shift or something? Rodent Queen, hello. 7:40 a.m. Dang nabbit. Don't die, good sir. Don't die. You probably have. I think I watched someone play through this, but it has been... Oh. Years. So... This was years ago, 2024! No. Please make sure audio is on. Audio is on. WASD controllers. You mean 2014? Peach or raspberry? Peach!
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable.
Hi,
and
Davey!
While that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this?
Davey, please.
This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their...
Okay, I'm gonna pause it. You guys can see the game, right? You guys can see... Okay, you can see the... Okay, good.
Creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
Wow.
And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
You can still email that address? Guys, go spam him! Go spam him! No, I'm kidding, don't spam. You could spam him though. I love Davey. I watched Davey Warren is Doug's brother, and so he sometimes comes online on his streams. I'm a big fan of Doug, and so Davey sometimes joins, and it's really cool.
Warning. Opossums are way more powerful than humans.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
What? Hello, Minizuka. Opossums are way more powerful than humans. That was perfectly timed. What? Wait, did that open? Wait, that's where it came from. Alright.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
I'm out of bullets!
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Oh.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Oh! You can! You know, this kind of stuff where you can see, like, the actual game stuff, it would terrify me as a kid. Glitching through games scared me so much. It felt like my world wasn't real and that I'll just glitch through it someday. It was an actual phobia. Oh. You can't fall through the earth in real life. I know, but I thought maybe I could. Maybe it'd happen. Oh.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
What? Hello, Ryan.
Or if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
I wanna go to the... We can't even enter creative mode to break the bedrock layer. Fine, we won't go through a labyrinth. Oh.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Oh, hello?
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
What if I don't want to? What if I want to live?
This is not a branching point, unfortunately. The only option is to step into the beam.
Thanks, Davey. I like that he answered, like, about the same time. Okay.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead. The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Scares the heck out of me still. Oh, God, I thought I was... Ugh. The past was behind her.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Hello. Oh. Thank you for the work, Jam. Okay.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative.
Cannot be seen.
It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Why does the future keep changing? When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? Oh, you confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
This is November 2008 here. Oh, it's oh, you're now entering. Entering what? Oh.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
You entered December 2008.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Nonsense is nearly every direction.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
We still need to finish Wonder Stop, which is a game by Davey.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Story. I finished Wonder Stop. The story was 10 out of 10. Lurk. I think you better lurk, Beautiful Wraith. Horse Wonder has died. Oh, yeah, I've seen that horse from Uma Musume died. Yeah. Wonder if Davey will comment if I move very slowly. Doesn't. Oh. You are a gate. Walk talking people down from pursuing their hopes and dreams. The key is one.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Stand on X, staring at a bear for 3 hours. They want a boat taking
Coda
orders
would
from
often tell me
captain.
that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Oh. January 2009. Reset fish.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it. don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
What? How much is a lot? You solved the hardest puzzle in the game! Wow!
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh, great. Huh?
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
January 2009. You are now exited.
Aha. So this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
March 2009. Great and lovely descent. Oh, I'm on like a hill. Hello.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
A streetwise fool.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Oh.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Ooh. Oh, I slid. Oh, there's a wall here.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Ah!
If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
I'd like
This
to...
is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
It's really interesting because Davey actually, he in Wonderstop, actually added some really cool accessibility, including dyslexia-friendly font, which is absolutely amazing for me because I have pretty severe dyslexia, and so it makes it so I can read very easily. Okay. Davey's a top-tier storyteller for sure. He is. Oh.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
This reminds me of early 2000s games that I would play or watch other people play. The Gmod maps. I played a lot of Gmod maps. My first YouTube video I ever uploaded was a Gmod map. A Gmod horror map that I played with my brother on a channel that no longer exists. That I would play Gmod horror maps that were really janky and record them on a really terrible laptop and upload them to YouTube. Yep. Huh? Listen. Eek. You there, did you come
Here,
from above?
Coda begins using a kind of
there?
dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. There was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there are these floating colored blocks. That's the world above. You've been there. That was important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I prefer not to tell you after all we've only just met. Go to those HP business laptops or whatever? Exactly. It was actually worse than that. It was a cheap Apple laptop. Joyce, it was really bad. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us to get to the other side. They want to get to the other side? I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember if I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. I originally bought this game because it was tagged under Everything Unlimited LTD, and I played it before. I say any YouTuber play it. I saw any VTuber. You must think harder, please. Try hard to remember. It's so important that we get out of here. We must escape this prison. If you think harder, there must be something more. Please tell us how to reach the end. It's different if you don't know what the story actually is. I don't remember the story because it's been years. Huh? Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No. We actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Beginner's Guide to what? Your mom! Sorry. Hi, Rabbit Savage. I wouldn't care about the space between doors. Actually, now that you mention it, if I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall a space between doors. There is a reason, but it may take time before you understand, which is fine. You'll see it again soon.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level. It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Become a game designer? April 2009. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. So I can meet you at a game jam in Cali? Eh? Nani? Nice room, not.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but
You beat
this game
this
is
game.
not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Oh. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Reasonable.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for
Well,
you.
read
Nothing
this.
extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Hey.
Either way, to me
Place
they convey a
makes me
sense
sad.
of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Balls. I want to tell you a
But
secret.
it's ironic,
Once
isn't
upon a
it,
time I
that
did.
in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just
wood, grass, and concrete.
play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Something horrible gonna happen? Perhaps. Sailors are looking for this. Looking for someone to talk with. He refused to leave. Need to go to the freaking bathroom. Recognize me, please. Nothing here, go back. Don't listen to that guy. Hello, James! A free t-shirt. Needed our side. Door, why you so? Next game includes door, cannot open door, thanks. Open sesame. Door, how open? Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I help people because of the eternal good feeling I get. New room. You hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? Scared of running something, don't want to feel judged. Don't bother. This is where I get off. Failed to write anything here. Stop, turn back, proceeding further will only result in misery. Habit shapes our nation. Not matter if you ever get over there. I think this is not going anywhere. Need someone to talk to. Is this a note? Don't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. Painting. What does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Oh, I'm trying to speak. We'll all die someday. Stop pretending you are other people. Devil Tower Star. This house game is pretentious and you all suck. Well, I'm here now. And we're all here now. There must be a reason for it, though. This terrible secret, he kept it well. I beat the game. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Someone with the spiraling nonsense. This is how I imagine public chat rooms would work in VR chat. Yeah. Downwards, keep digging.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Hello, Life Guy. Welcome. How do you leave notes? Be there, please say something. Be anything, I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. I'm so much difficulty talking. Speak, 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 speak. May to June 2009. Hello, Fire Cyclone. Hello.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Hello. Yellow, hello. Hello, hello. Well, this is actually really pretty. Nice skybox. What games are you playing, if I may ask? I'm playing the Beginner's Guide, which is a combination of games made by it's a compilation of games made by a guy who is friends with the guy who published this game, Davey. Yeah, it's created by Coda. And Davey Warren, the creator of Stanley Parable, combined them together to try to make sense of it. Stanley Parable was awesome. It was. Also, David recently made a game called Wonder Stop that I've been playing through. And it's very, very good. Is it good?
This is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's going to start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
This is a very interesting game. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? It's a narrative walking simulator. Yeah, this is like a narrative walking simulator. It's pretty interesting watching the ideas of it. It's like you basically just walk places. There's not much to it, and a story is told to you. Yeah. But a TV surround sound. Hey, what about along the wall of the room? I just like to put a hole in the ground. The game evolves as you play it, I guess. Yeah, it's a bunch of different ones. You know, huge picture of a horse. Oh. I think I should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Let's put Tesla coils. Yeah, let's go. Oh. A table. You need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? Pretty sure none of my choices are making a difference. Tables were invented in 1935. Tables were invented in 1935. Okay. Oh. Oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Oh.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. The guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. All the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Speech to text? Oh, I think Riptarion uses that too. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click it. Click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp off and then turn it back on. Our left side sofa, move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves. Oh. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the store to be taken back to your prison. Return. Oh.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
This game is like my brain a fever dream. Nothing quite like stroking out as a game designer. Yeah. Oh. Hello. Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me. Hey, Happy Trails. You were trapped on this prison too. Operator, can you help me with this call?
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
I was in a reverse prison. That's where I am right now. I'm so glad to know I get out eventually. What's it like to escape? I'm already forgetting what being in prison was like. It's strange, but in a way I'm kind of miss being in the prison. It feels like being completely still and weirdly in motion at the same time. Oh, Happy 12. You feel any different? Some things I'm scared I'll get out, and then things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. Makes me feel really happy. It just kind of does that, you know. I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's weird to describe. And to enjoy being who you are right now, it won't last. If you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. Bye, Ryan. What? That will free me. How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out. I promise it works. It'll make sense. Sincere about what? It's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
August 2009.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
It seems familiar.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Spilled drink. Lean. Oh my goodness. I'm glad as all heck you shut up. But I might be having to clean this entire house by myself, and my miserable I would have been. A friend knows lonesome hands make lonesome homes. Lousy homes. Don't worry about me.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Don't worry about me. A place is nice. We'll be glad to stay here all night. Lousy homes make home loners. Can we clean this whole place? Don't worry about me. The place is nice. I'm glad to stay here all night. No, you might just might be getting a little ahead of yourself now. Why don't we start cleaning and then you can decide whether you do it all night. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Would you please run to the bedroom and make the bed? Please run into the... while you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. You enjoy being a house cleaner. How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. How'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along in a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. Never did I like cleaning my own home, and I got some demons I'm ready to face that. Speaking of demons, someone put this couch roll in a mess. Would you come out and straighten these pillows here? Oh dear, it looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. Feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Yeah, I'll try to get by. Do we absolutely have to? Make it especially cheesy. No. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. These dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Spill a drink on the table. Mop it up. Also check the tub needed cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best you can? No need to be perfect, we're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, could you put them back on the shelf? Hi, Jamberton. perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear these dishes
After
off
the intense set of prison
table?
games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Spring cleaning simulator, yeah! Hello, Jumberton nerd. House cleaning is so difficult, how do you do it? Are all houses this easy to clean? These chores never end. Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you absolutely got to own it, otherwise it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave future chores to future you? I'll present you with a smooth... I'll present you once to smooth out the rug in the bedroom.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Present you once to smooth out the rug on the bedroom. In the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one. Looks like the tub's gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying up a bit? Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I'm going to say it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird saying that. Get it, it's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Yeah, you're right, it's pretty cheesy. There's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Thanks.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
I'm covering up the options, or I'm reading them out loud. Oh goodness, I suppose they were at the couch. Are a real mess. Would you go over and straighten them up a bit? Can't have these folks coming home to a messy couch. Question.
But, of course, it can't
enjoyed
last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Did you enjoy this? It feels so sad.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it. This one gets a bit goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. When your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, oh, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel worthless, selfish, ungrateful, and to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. This is so easy. This is so
About halfway
easy.
through the game, the perspective
Perfect is
shifts.
effortless.
and you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
This is the key to how I achieve it with no effort on the way I work. At work I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. Kids should not follow their dreams. Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life. You are all torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life. You're not doing it right. Rosie, thank you for the 13 months.
Opos 7 hart, 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 Opos 7 hart.
Needed haunt. You understand that this won't be happening until you love me. This is for you. Seek out the one thing that is the easiest, simplest path forward. Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. There's no truth, there's no path. Haha, just kidding. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest, do what is simplest, feel what is true. You guys, something is coming out the back of the room, look out. Nothing, no one. Coming for you, it's going to destroy you. Everyone run, run.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is
Perfection.
perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
January 2010. I think we're almost to the end because they said it goes to 2011.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Waka! Right, the performance is beginning. Please, places, please. The scene you'll be playing is me. We are a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Oh, bye, Chezzy. My name isn't purple anymore. Why is your name not purple anymore? Good, stay right here. Right across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go and say something to her. Hi, how are you liking the game? It's very good, Nisith. You didn't want to be purple anymore, Casey? What? Hello? Hello, that's it? It's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. Hello, Shindo. You're all of my hopes and dreams. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. And so you need to better feel this setting. There are a lot of people around us. Give you some props to work with. These come-ons then bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. Oh. Boing. 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 What? Okay. You must have worked really hard to get where you are, but you learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you had to make? You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important it was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Oh. Okay, yes, now this is working.
The
This
game
is what it
ends
was
with
like.
this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution, social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to
Perfect,
chase
wonderful.
success.
This is really
The
wonderful.
answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago,
You're doing
where
great.
it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. What's going on, Captain? What can we do? Help, I'm blind. I can't see anything. What's going on? I don't know why it happened to me too. There's a giant door when my vision went black. Someone talk to me. What's this whisper? This is like
You should
the first
probably
game.
open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Can't you do something? Can't you fix this? Am I going to be killed by a giant door? This person can see. There's a giant door and my vision went black. Oh. Oh. The way to stop is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of ideas. It's draining
Like I
me.
said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly
Keep
what
going,
he's thinking.
keep talking.
So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I thought it was going to be easy. It's working. I'm alone. I'm stuck in it. I have to work hard. I'm alone. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Hello, Green Dragon. December 2010. I'm good. Hello? Huh? Where did this island come from? Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no. What's happened? Did something change? There's a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know what it is. It isn't far. I love Peek! Peek is really fun. You have to take it to me. I need to see it. I don't know why it stopped. I can take it to it, but there's a problem.
If the last game featured Coda
Described by a
talking
difficult
explicitly about his
puzzle.
creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. You can help me solve the puzzle. We'll find the machine. Deal? Deal? Deal. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up right there one way or another, right? Deal. Perfect. Come on, I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He
It's a
was
puzzle.
in his own little bubble,
do
just
you
sitting at his
think?
computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Hey, here's the puzzle. What do you think? Hey, I recognize this. I've solved this puzzle again. This is easy. I've solved this puzzle before. Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First, you have to close the door. First, you have to open the door. First, you have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Now you have to open the first door. You press the switch on the inside. You need to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Now you just press the switch here.
You
Oh,
can't
that was so simple.
talk yourself out of loneliness.
I can't believe I never
It
saw
doesn't
this
work
before
that
this.
way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
believe I never solved it. Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. They're just words on some walls. Trust me, you'll see. Just say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say game development is simple and joyous, that you love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Why did the walls just crumble? Why do I feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying creation is easy. Make games that feel completely energized. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. It's easy, it never stops being easy.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. It's such a simple solution. Perfect.
This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
None of this is helping. I'm going to vomit. Please, where's the machine? Patience, you have to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are 100% are worth it 100% of the time. It pays off eventually. Yes, more. Keep going.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
There's no shame, no fear, no guilt. I will be saved by my work. I believe this unquestionably, for I am a vessel of for certainty. Incredible. That's it. I'm free. I'm free.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
May 2011. The machine. Ma'am, I'm glad to see you've arrived lately. Capture the machine. It's waiting for you now. Begin the interrogation wherever you like. I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Very good. You warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Good to see the machine. Do you know where the poisonous games have come from? What will you do with it? Give us answers. Can you tell us? We get to see the machine. How did you capture the machine?
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Stop feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. These people out there, can you imagine the pain you put them through? It's only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? Not this for a start. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. Alright then, I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. My followers, my friends. Calls on me to deliver bad news. I have had a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. This is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We'll find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we'll destroy everything the machine has created. But I'll make sure your work dies here. I'll make sure you are known forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Is that what you were scared?
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, I want this room too. The door.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Down your weapon.
can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy.
About halfway?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
June 2011. The Tower.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Stanley Parable cameo.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
The invisible maze is solvable? Seems like it is, but it just hurts my eyes.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
4/20/69. Okay. I guess one of the letters, numbers. put the code in before he finishes talking. He has a wild dialogue. What's his dialogue? What's he say? Isn't our Stanley Parable reference? Oh. I've not touched this game in years, I don't remember.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Like a calming new age music thing? Huh?
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
Made sense.
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Thank you for your interest. Dear Davy, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
There was an answer meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them.
Resident Evil.
Jeez, that hurts my ears. Hello.
And then you
simply let
stopped.
them be what
And I
they
didn't
are.
have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Stop struggling to come up with new ideas. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. Like what you think I am, frustrated or broken says more about you than me. Realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. It's fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Blossom in stream, I feel physically ill.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay. More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. 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 I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
It feels so empty. Sorry, I've been focusing on the game a bit. Just thinking over it. It's a familiar feeling. I'm back here again. So pretty and eerie at the same time. I wonder if this actually happened. That's what I wonder too. Oh. So the story itself is about Davy Warren's path through depression. It may not be realized from Coda, or if Coda is even real. This follows up on his depression after Stanley Parable got the high praise it got.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles, and you're so tired, but I know that you're strong, so turn back, turn back.
I think a person he met triggered this game to appear, and I think Coda itself is a cover to not cause spamming to the person. After 10 years, this game is still up for debate if the story is fiction or not. The beginner's guide. Here's a lamppost. I really wonder how much of it is fiction and how much of it is real. I didn't remember much about this game from when I first watched it, but I remember it gave me a very lonely feeling, and I remembered floating up above the world, and it gave me a deep sadness. And I think it still feels that way. About losing something. Losing someone. It was a very good game. So if you came here later, I would highly suggest playing this game yourself. We're watching the VOD. You can skip for the first 30 minutes. I pretty much just yap for there. That was a beginner's guide. We will play. Wonderstop, which is created by the same creator. He likes to put a lot of depth into his games. Stanley Parable has some meaning behind it. The game that we just played had some meaning behind it as well. Seeking validation and having depression. And feelings of burnout. Wonderstop is a whole game about burnout and struggling with wanting to push yourself further than you can. It's a very beautiful game in its own right, too. Davey Warren's games are very interesting. I like all of them. And he himself is a very interesting person. Yeah, if you've seen his stuff like on Doug's channel, things like that. Next game I'm going to make Blossom play also has a story in a very sad way. See you around, Blossom. See you around. Let me see. Ooh. Alright. Okie dokie. Oh, that game always leaves me with this, like, hollowed out feeling. Like there's just nothing left. There's a deep sadness that makes you feel... When I watched it, the first time, I was quite a people pleaser. And the feeling when he was talking about seeking validation, I had a martyr complex, and I was constantly trying to give up everything about myself for others. And seeking validation, I'd never heard about it before, really. And I remember when I first heard that, when I first saw that, it stuck with me for a very long time. And I was left wondering thoughts about it. It's very interesting, very interesting. One of those games that you can just go, oh, it's just a game. Or you can really start to think about it. Really kind of calm. Contemplate. Okay, you sent me that dragon cancer. You sent me free cancer. Thank you. Thank you. Easy. A lot of games that hit you in a way that leave you feeling different about your surroundings. Yeah. Oh, dang it, we have an ad soon. I'm gonna raid out before the ad. But yep. I just wanted to let you guys know. It's quite interesting. Games are as much of an art form as anything else, and this game is solid evidence of that. It is. That game feels like, a beginner's guide feels like it's a piece of art. Even if no matter how real or not real the story is, it is deeply human. It is a deeply human experience. And things about it, especially the place with all the notes left, that feels very like you're talking to yourself, you know. I used to do things like that. I couldn't create games, but I'd leave notes for myself. Okay, let me see. Alright, let me see you. So much deep stuff makes me want to change the mood by throwing dynamite at you. No, not throw dynamite at me, Shabril! No! Yeah. Alright, let me just say, gosh, I'm tired. Time to relieve the depression game I am behind. My real life depression awaits. It did make me think of you a lot. Shindo. Let me see. Okay. I was thinking of Silent Shindo stream yesterday. I don't think I'd rather have Shindo talking stream be better. I'm yawning up a storm. Ending stream? Yep, I'm ending stream. I think I'm gonna go raid my friend Goodish Do Games. He is playing, he's doing his, he does like a Friday game thing, Variety Friday, where he plays a bunch of different game demos from a bunch of different indie developers. It was nice meeting you earlier this week during Peak. Peak was fun, yeah. Chuckle if you ever played Trails. Oh, I'll play Trails again. Yeah, he watches. Goodish. He plays a lot of Super Laggy. Yeah. Goodish plays a lot of different demo games. He's trying to support a lot of indie creators by checking out their games, and he can't afford to buy them, but he plays their demos and stuff. Gonna make me yawn. Whoa! I'm just playing on my computer, but not my lap. There's dang nabbit. Dang it. Okay, there's an art stat. I'll add a stealth. Ah, yes. I'm gonna go hang out with Stealth now. Actually, I will infect you with all the yawns. Okay, I'm gonna go raid Goodish. Go say hi, call him a gnome. Have a good time. Come to play this game, maybe. It'd be fun. Anyway. Have a good night or day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you guys. It's Friday? Sunday! I think I'm streaming Sunday. Yeah, I'm streaming Sunday. I'm playing Ranch Sim with Laurie and Chuzzy. We're gonna be playing it early-ish. Around 11 Central. Anyway, have a good one. And HollowBlossoms! Bye-bye!